Welcome to ZOOMERTIMES TV. And here's your host, Anita Finley.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anita Finley, your excited interview person who really loves to do this on ZOOMERTIMES TV. We have very interesting experts, as you know. They are guests, we have entertainers, we have all sorts of people who not only live here in South Florida, but across the country. But today we have someone who actually lives in Miami Beach, and she is really a major professional in accounting, finances, and in heart. I say that because she has the degrees and she has the experience, but she has a beautiful story to tell. She does this because she really cares. So her name is Terri Echarte, and I'm so happy to have you on our show today, Terri.
It's such a pleasure, Anita. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, okay, so a woman like you, an attractive woman, how did you get to do all those high-powered financial positions?
Well, I guess you're hearkening back to the old days where it was so hard for women sometimes to get into financial fields, and you're right. And there were some of those hurdles. It's amazing. Things that, today would be considered illegal, in terms of asking interview questions and so on. But, at the end of the day, people are people, and you let your work ethic and your qualities shine, and it all works out. So I think I've tried to be mentors to the women coming up, and I think that you always have people helping you along the way. So that's part of the reason. But it's been a great career, and I've been very fortunate to work for really excellent people and employers, and I thank you for your compliments.
And so do you like the business of financial and dealing, and now you love dealing with the older adults. So tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. It's been a really interesting journey, and I have a background in finance and commercial real estate and banking. And it seems like this profession that I'm in currently is a culmination of all of the things that I've accomplished along the way. And I feel that I've been able to put my skill sets to work in a really productive, purposeful way to help others and to serve a very needed purpose. And having seen so much financial abuse take place, particularly with an older population that may be considered more vulnerable, it's egregious to me. So in my career in banking, I saw it all the time. Older adults were being taken advantage of. And after I left the corporate world, I discovered that the profession of daily money management exists. And so I am a daily money manager. I have my own company. I formed my own company when I found out that I could do this as a financial professional. And I'm a proud member of the American Association of Daily Money Managers. And we are fully background checked. We're insured. I am insured. And we follow a set code of ethics and processes and procedures. And so I'm really so happy to be able to serve. In my case, I concentrate on older adults. And when they become overwhelmed or they have a change in life's circumstances or conditions and they need help with their personal financial tasks, their banking, their bill paying, their credit card reconciliations, making sure documents are in place, that files are orderly, that if they have someone that will be needing information, it can be readily accessed. All the things that sometimes become very overwhelming, I can step in and I can do. And at the same time, as I mentioned, look out for financial fraud and help protect people from succumbing to a lot of scams that are out there. And the scam artists have become very good at what they do. And we're all very vulnerable. So that's part of the satisfaction I get from helping others.
Well, Terri, that was very clear and articulate. I'm glad you shared all that. Now, so you say daily money management rather compared to what, monthly money management? Tell me what the difference is.
I think, and it can be a very confusing term, because when you even hear money management, and I think your mind goes to, oh, you must handle investments, or you must manage, you must do what my investment advisor does and manage my investments. And I don't. I really handle personal financial tasks. And I think that that's what's referred to by daily money management. It's the daily things that you have to do every day. It's not something the CPA does. It's not something the estate attorney does. It's not something the financial investment advisor does, but it's what I would do. And then again,
it's like you're also a friend because they trust you, they get to know you, you get to know them, their family. And I do need to share with everybody that Terri had a big situation with her father, her family, and that even gave you more of an understanding, didn't it?
That's correct. That's correct. My dad passed away after suffering from some dementia, and my mom, they're amazing. They're an amazing couple, I think. And I'm the oldest of 6 children, and I think none of us really realized how much my dad had done in the relationship with the two of them. They were in business together, so I think we just assumed my mom had certain financial acumen, and she had no cognitive issues at all, and she's doing great. However, when it came to managing the daily tasks that we all need to be on top of, and also because she's a very trusting individual, she was prey to some financial scams. And as the oldest daughter, as the most, I would say, as the trusted, I would have power of attorney, et cetera, for my family, it became evident to me I needed to step in to help. So I started to really pay attention when these things started to happen, and things were falling through the cracks and so on. And I just use that as an example, because while every situation is very, very different, it's just not uncommon for people to become overwhelmed or not have as many things as my mom is so good at. You can't be good at everything. And she
probably makes very good soups and food, right?
100%.
Right.
And that's really the key, is concentrate on the things you're really good at. Concentrate on the things that you love. Concentrate on what you want to do and how you want to spend your time now. And don't worry about something that I can step in, I can handle. I'm the banking professional. It's what I do. I love to do it. I love the detail. Not everybody does. Most people don't. So it's my pleasure. It was my honor. And it also gave all of us a peace of mind that things were being handled, that things were getting done, that things weren't falling through the cracks. And I work very closely with my brothers and sisters, as I do with my clients and their family members when it's appropriate, to make sure everyone understands the circumstances. And every circumstance is different, and every family is different, and those dynamics have to be taken into consideration. But that's part of the puzzle, and that's part of what makes this profession very interesting.
Terri, you're a gem. I can just tell. I'm sure it's a wonderful thing. So people now are listening and they want to know how to get in touch with you. Rather than give us their website, which we'll put up now when we finish, when our producer director finishes and completes this, it'll be there. But do you have a phone number that you would give people to get in touch with you?
Certainly. I'm at 305-798-7610.
Why don't you repeat that one more time? Everyone get your pencils out, and you have to do this. You'll never remember it. So get a pencil out, put it on a piece of paper that you'll know where it is. Okay, Terri, how are they going to call you?
Okay, my number, it's my cell phone, 305-798-7610. And you can call or text me. And I am happy to provide a complimentary consultation and find out, answer questions if I can be of service, or if I can be a resource of any kind.
And I'm sure you can. And sometimes people do rely on their family members, but unfortunately, everyone's busy. And it can pile up. I remember as a gerontologist going into people's homes, I'd see stacks of paper and all their information. In fact, I'm guilty of that myself. I just know what to do with it. But if you don't really concentrate and focus in on this as you do, I mean, that's all you're there for. You're not there for anything but to see what bills have come in, what do they not know, what can you do? Because it's always, where's that bill? Where did I file it, right? So you have all this advantage. Now, do you actually go and sit with people in their home? How do you do this?
It varies. I can, and I do, but I also do a lot of work remotely. And I service clients virtually as well as locally throughout the Tri-County area. I have clients out of state as well, because much of my work, I mean, look at the beauty of Zoom, for example. We may not prefer it, but it does work.
We're doing now, right?
It does work. And so much of the work that I conduct is done online as well. And so that makes for a lot of possibilities.
Right. My guest is Terri Echarte, and she is well, I don't want to call you a financial planner. I think you're a daily money manager. Is that what we should say? A daily money manager?
Yeah, I take care of personal financial tasks primarily for older adults, but also for busy professionals and anyone who feels overwhelmed and needs help.
Right, and I think everyone does actually. So I'm glad that you went into this. And your mom's okay now? Your mother passed away.
She's doing great. She's in an independent living, beautiful place in the Southeast here, not too far. And she's very happy, and that's the main thing.
But you brought up something, and I know we're going to run out of time shortly, but there are a lot of people in those senior living communities, and they do get food, they do get healthcare, but I don't think they get what you give. So if you're listening and you live in a senior community, you can't always rely on your kids. And some of you don't have any kids anymore. I mean, they don't even exist. And so it's a very good thing to think about calling Terri Echarte. And let me give you her phone number. It's 305-798-7610. And Terri, thank you very much for being with us. We really appreciate your time and what you do for the older adults.
I can't thank you enough. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure too. Okay, goodbye, everybody. We'll be back with another interview. Just stay with us.